Namaste, everyone. Welcome back to doing some yoga. We have a special guest appearance, of course, special guest appearance, Edgar. And you might see in the background, I actually have a human being in here. My friend Kathy is going to be out in the hallway joining us. So say hi, everyone. All right. So if you hear some extra noise, that's just what it is. All right, everybody, come on down to a seated position. Nice seated position. And just have it so that your spine is nice and elongated and you're feeling nice and comfortable. And if you close your eyes and check in with yourself, like how you doing right this moment, whether or not you have an animal in front of you or on you or licking you, how are you doing? And then take a nice, big, deep breath in. Maybe let the exhalation come out of your mouth. So try it again. Inhale in. And just exhale it out. Let that tension go. And be present. Be with the moment that is happening right now. And just be with yourself. Okay, so let's open our eyes and start warming up. So reach your arms way up, way up. Get those fingertips to the sky. Feeling a nice stretch. We're going to do a nice standard yoga class today with some new caveats thrown in. And then bring one hand down to the side and arch over. Edgar is kissing my friend. Come here, buddy. And then come on up and then go over to the other side and notice your your rib cage opening up on that side. Come here. I'm so sorry. Go back and forth. Edgar is kissing my friend, so I apologize. And then he'll calm down in a minute. And then go over to the other side. And then bring your arms way back up. Take that right hand and bring it to your left knee and do a nice twist. Keeping your spine is elongating. You're not rounding. And then come on back up. Reach those fingertips way up. Left hand goes to right knee. And if you want to look over your right shoulder, that's okay too, if your neck is doing okay. And then come on back to center and let's roll our shoulders. So bring your shoulders up to your ears and then bring it back and around. Just rolling the shoulders. I'm not sure what it's like when you have a fake shoulder. Just be careful. Nice and slow. And then roll around in the other direction. And notice all the tension letting go at the base of your neck. Isn't that wonderful, right? I know. All right, let's come around to tabletop. So wrist underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, couple of cat-cows. So round your back up to the sky like an angry cat. And Edgar's doing cat. And then drop your belly down. Come here. Sorry. And round your back again. Come here. And come on down. And round your back. I wish you guys could see Edgar attacking my friend. And then drop your belly. Did not know this was going to happen. And then come on to a flat back. Okay, Kathy, try this. Just ignore them, okay? Take your fingertips and bring them back towards your knee. Maybe you want to do one hand at a time because it might be intense. And then bring the other hand around. Edgar's not used to having people around, so I apologize for this. Yeah. And feel the stretch up your forearms. And then come on back around to tabletop. Okay. So bring the left foot back and bring the left ball of the foot down and press your heel back. Feel the stretch along the calf. Doesn't that feel good? Feels really good. Lift that left leg up. First balance pose of the day. Right arm forward. Stare at something on the floor. Hold yourself up. Feel that nice X. So from the right fingertip all the way down to the left toe. Hold it there. Keep breathing. Getting some core work in too. And then come on back down. Just pause. Bring that right foot back. Bring the right ball of the foot to the floor. Press the heel back. Feel that stretch. Getting all that fascia stretched out through the bottom of your feet. Bring the right leg up. Left arm forward. Hold it there. Balance. And notice if one side's a little fun. I try not to use any negative terms. Yeah, because it's like it's got to be fun if you're wobbling, right? And you know what I forgot to bring the left hand down, but take that right foot, cross it over your left calf, and look over your left shoulder, and feel that nice hip stretch. I forgot to do it on the other side, so we'll do it on the other side. Feel that. Just hold that for a minute, and then come on back around. Bring your knees back down to tabletop. Bring the left leg out. Cross it over your right calf. Look over your right shoulder. Yeah, and notice if one side's tighter than the other. It's good information to know. Come on back down to tabletop. All right, let's come to our first dog. Curl your toes under. Lift your sit bones up. Your knees are bent because we're still warming up, everyone. And just hang out there and maybe shake your head yes, maybe shake your head no, just loosening up the neck a little bit, making sure you're using your index finger and your thumb really rooted into the earth. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. It's not about getting the heels to the ground. It's about lifting the sit bones up. That's really it. All right, walk your feet behind your hands. So you're now in a forward fold. And just hang out there. Again, your knees are bent. It's not about straighten up. And if you can't touch the floor, bend your knees a little bit more. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. Now bring your hands to the tops of your knees and inhale halfway up. Now come up with a flat back. Shoulders away from your ears. Exhale down. Now bend your knees and let's stand up. But you're got a flat back. You're not rolling up and you're standing all the way up. Reach your arms up to the sky. Bring your fingertips together. Come down to mountain pose. Okay. Mountain pose. Okay. So lift all your toes up. Can you lift all your toes up? And then bring them down. And then come on up on your heels. Second balance pose of the day, right? And then come on back down. Go back on your heels. So lift your toes up. Come on back up on your toes. Remember, stare at something on the floor. Helps. Just going back and forth, communicating from the bottoms of the feet all the way up, just back and forth. Back and forth.
It prepares you for high heels.
Well, it's also, she just said it prepares you for high heels. I'm really trying to get the calves and the ankles to work. I don't wear high heels either. All right. Check this out. Just something to think about, okay? So I'm going to take my left foot here, and I'm going to bring my right foot in front, like you're on a balance beam, okay? Now try and get the weight evenly. How's the balance, everyone? How's the balance? Stare at something on the floor. You can bring your arms out. It's sometimes easier if you keep your hands on your hips. This is, again, good information. Are you needing to lean forward, back? Okay, come on back to just parallel feet. Hold it there. Now take the left foot, put it in front of the right foot. It's not a big step. This is just information on balance. And also, as I was discussing this earlier with my friend Kathy, it's also the one side your hip might be weak. Good information to know. Like, and then come on back around. All right, now come up to the front of your mat. So now you know you got your bottoms of your feet, and you know you're communicating with the bottoms of your feet. Coming into mountain pose, really rooting down, knowing that you have the ability to balance. Okay, Inhale your arms all the way up. Exhale, fold down. So bend your knees, hinge from your hips, okay? Crown of the head towards the floor. Hands to the tops of your knees. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale down. Okay, now we're going to take that left foot all the way back and bring the left knee to the ground, coming into a low lunge. So the right knee is over the left ankle. And then come on up. You can either curl your back toes under or not. I curl my toes under because I like to stretch the bottoms of my feet. That's my personal preference. But if you want the top of the foot to the floor, that's okay too. Okay, reach your arms up. Tuck your tailbone down and notice the little nuance. If you do that, you tuck the tailbone down, you might feel a little bit of the quadriceps stretch a little bit more. This is obviously good for the psoas. And then bring your hands back down by your front foot. Step back into tabletop plank. Okay, we're going to lower ourselves all the way down. Tops of the feet to the floor. Hands down by your chest. All right, and then start with Edgar. Lift your collarbone up, coming up into a low cobra. And if you want to, Edgar's really in a kissing mood, everybody. And then lift your hands off the ground and bring your shoulder blades together. Feel that great. And then come on back down. Come into that tabletop plank. Curl your toes under, downward facing dog. And breathe. Woo! Letting that stress and tension go. Walk your feet behind your hands. Forward fold. Hands on top of your knees. Inhale halfway up. So remember, from that flat back. Looking good, cat. Exhale down. Bend your knees. Stand all the way up, and you can fly your arms up if you want. Fingertips to the sky. Take advantage of that stretch. Exhale, come through heart center. Pause. So when you come down, feel the feet again. Feel that rooting. Inhale your arms all the way up. Bend your knees a little bit. Exhale, fly down. Forward fold. You're hinging at that hips, right? You're not rounding. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale down. Now the right foot come, or did we do that already? No, we didn't do this side. Right knee down. The audience knows that these folks know that I get my left and right.
Oh yeah, that's common.
Did you hear that? It's common, everybody.
My
All right, lift your arms up and feel that stretch. Remember, you're bringing the tailbone down and notice the stretches where it's happening. And I do recommend getting those fingertips to the sky so that you're getting the whole sides. All right, exhale your hands down by your front foot. Step back into tabletop. Curl your toes under, downward facing dog. And breathe. Whew. Nice big inhale and exhale. All right, I am going to cue you to walk your feet forward, but do you remember which foot you walked before? See if you can do the opposite foot. Another little mind thing, because we tend to favor one foot when we're walking forward. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Bend your knees and come on all the way up. Reach your arms all the way up, 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 up. Fingertips to the sky. Hands come through heart center. Check in again. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way back down. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Okay, we're going to take that left foot back. We're coming into a high lunge. So the left foot is basically facing forward. You're coming up. If you need to drop that left heel and bring the left foot out a little bit, that's all right. The idea is that we're facing towards the front of the mat, okay? Bending that right knee, looking straight ahead, really rooting down, feeling that front foot and that ball of the back foot rooting down. Reach your arms up. I love this pose. I love so much high crescent lunge. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. And last week, all right, I have to do this because we've been doing this for the past couple of weeks. bring your arms down by your sides. And Christine, this one's for you. You're going to lean forward, right? Just this is optional for everyone. And then bring the left foot up, come up into warrior 3 if you want. And then come on up to a standing pose.
We know,
All right.
we know our limitations.
All right. I'm just giving options for different folks, okay? Because they've been working on this one. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fly down. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Okay, now the right foot goes back. Right foot high lunge. So get that right knee over the ankle. Again, adjust the back foot to what suits you today. But notice the power in the legs, okay? And you're also kind of squeezing your inner thighs together in a little subtle way, too. Okay, holding it there. Now, again, we're going to do our fly here, okay? So you can bring your hands down. You can lean forward. This is completely optional. You can lift the right leg up. And for the rest of you, meet us to the front of the mat. Come into mountain pose and just take a breath. Little options, just getting the balance going, right? Just like we did on that balance beam earlier. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fly down. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Okay, take the left foot back. We're going to go into warrior 2. So the left foot's going to come into a 45-degree angle. Maybe the front heel is kind of aligned with the back heel or the back arch. You're facing the left side of your mat, okay? And the front knee is going directly over the front of your foot. If you find it kind of going in a little bit, see if you can just gently bring it back, or maybe bring your feet closer together, okay? Some of you may want to get down a little bit lower, okay? This is a good strengthening while kind of stretching pose. You're also balancing. Again, we're on that balance beam. Hold yourself here for a moment. Just breathe. Nice big inhale and exhale. Bring the left hand to the left thigh. Reverse the warrior, keeping the front knee bent. Feel that arch. You're not collapsing down in front. Come on back to warrior 2. Okay, for the heck of it, we'll do side angle. Bring that right elbow down to the left knee. Left arm goes up to the sky. Now, in this pose, all kinds of different options. The one thing I will tell you not to do is try not to lean too much on that front knee. Try and use the core to keep you up. You can bring the left hand down in front of you. You can bring it back. Some of you might even be taking the bind, which I'm not going to do because I haven't done it for a while. It's an acquired taste to keep that one going. If you're in this upright position, bring the left arm over your ear. Maybe stretch a little bit more. Keep grounding the feet down. And breathe. All right, slowly come up to warrior 2. Pause for a moment. Find your balance. And then bring the right hand down, left hand down, windmill your hands down. Swivel the back foot, come into tabletop plank. Lower yourself all the way down. Okay, lift your collarbone up. Maybe lift your hands up, shoulder blades together. Exhale down. Come back into that tabletop plank. Curl your toes under. Downward facing dog. And breathe. All right. Bet you're starting to feel a little bit of the heartbeat going more. Isn't that nice? All right, we're going to walk our feet. Do you remember which foot you used the last time? Right? Little bit of things to mind stuff in between yoga. Walk your feet behind your hands. Forward fold. Inhale halfway up. Shoulders away from your ears. Exhale down. Bend your knees. Stand all the way up. Reach up, reach up, reach up. Palms together. Come through heart center. Come all the way down to mountain pose and connect again with this moment and this moment. Wonderful to just be present. Okay. Inhale your arms all the way up. Exhale, fly down. Remember to bend those knees a little bit. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Okay, you're going to take your right foot back into warrior two. I'm going to switch around so that you can see me. So just bear with me. So warrior two on the other side. So you're bending that left knee. And it's also nice to notice if one knee is kind of collapsing in more than the other. It's information for you to know, okay? So stretch the arms out. And this is part of it too, is getting the strength. Does this work on shoulders too?
Oh, yeah.
Holding the arms out into a T. Kathy's got a fake shoulder. So it's good for me to get knowledge from her about folks out there that have this. Great. Okay, right hand goes to right thigh. Reverse the warrior. Hold it there for a moment, feeling the stretch on that left rib cage. Come on back up. Pause for a moment. Get your bearings. Feel that energy going through the bottoms of your feet. Okay, left elbow down to left thigh. Okay, reach the arm up. And again, this is where you can decide where you want to be. The one thing is don't lean so much. Use that upper core strength to keep you up. Don't lean so much on that left knee, right? Maybe take the right arm over. Getting a little bit more. Keep breathing. All right. Come on back up to warrior two. I'm going to switch around. So I'm going with you. Okay. Put your hands on your hips. Bring your right foot next to your left. And we're back in mountain pose. What time we got? Take a nice big inhale. And exhale. Let's stretch out a little bit more. All right. Take the left foot and bring it wide out. Okay. We'll do a little bit of inner thigh work. So your feet are kind of in a slant. So bend your knees. We'll come into horse. I know that some folks can't ride horses anymore, but this is our horse. And notice how, are you leaning forward? Are you wobbling a little bit? Your tailbone is going down and you're really using those inner thighs, right? Okay, bring your arms out into like a cactus, okay? And actually, let's get a little dynamic. So lengthen your legs and inhale your arms up to the sky. Don't really lock out your knees. And then exhale, bring your elbows down into cactus, bringing those shoulder blades down. And we'll just go back and forth really slow. So inhale up and exhale down. Are you feeling those inner thighs? Are you feeling the bottoms of your feet? Inhale up. Exhale down. Hold it. Yeah. We got to get those inner thighs, right? Because it helps with all around the hips. Inhale up. Exhale down. Hold it there for a moment. Really feel the strength of those thighs. We need them. Okay. Bring your hands to your hips. Lengthen. And then heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. That is a gentler way instead of just stepping. By the way, that's why I try and teach heel toe. I meant to tell that. Okay. Remember we did our balance beam, okay? We are going to go into tree, but do what is so important is do what's right for you. So start with your hands on your hips and you can do your toes and up on your heels. Communication. Really start rooting that left foot down and start bringing that right knee up. Now, this may be where you're at today. Great. You're aware of it, okay? Some of you may bring it out to the side, bring it to your calf, not your knee, okay? And if you are bringing it to your foot, your bottom of your foot, to the inside of your leg, is your left hip going way out? If it is, I would recommend working up to it because the hip may not be strong enough and you may be putting yourself out of alignment, okay? So just notice where you are. That left hip really needs to be zipped in and your glutes are working. If you want to, you can bring your hands into prayer and breathe, okay? By the way, you can bring your bottom of your foot on the inside of your upper thigh. It's not in my practice today. If you want to, you can bring your hands up to the sky and enjoy being a tree. It's springtime, or it's almost springtime. Oh, and by the way, don't forget to move your clocks back. Sorry, didn't mean to bring that up during a balance. All right, and then bring your hands back to prayer. Relax your shoulders. Hands on your hips. Maybe bring that knee forward if you want to. Can. Come on back down. All right. So remember, do the same thing you did on the other side with this foot, the other foot, just so it's evenly balanced, but also know what is right for you. Okay, rooting the right foot in, lifting the left knee up, find the balance, maybe bring the left knee out, maybe bring the toes down, whatever you need to do to get where you want to be. Watch that right hip. What's it doing? Is it sticking way out? If it is, bring your knee forward and work on the hip. Okay, breathe. Hands in the prayer. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, maybe bring your hands to the sky. Remember, trees sway. That's how they get their exercise. Okay, hands down in prayer. Maybe hands on the hips. Left knee forward. Give me a can. Maybe wave to me with your foot. I wish somebody would send me a picture of that sometime. Bring your foot back down and pause. All right. Walk your feet up to the front of your mat. Inhale your arms all the way up. Take advantage of the stretch. Bend your knees. Exhale. Fly down. Forward fold. And guess what? Come on down to child's pose. So, toes together. V your knees out. Sit back on your heels. If that is not in your practice today, you can put a pillow in between your thighs and your calf, your back thighs and calf. You don't have to do it. You can, whatever works for you, but this is sort of like break time. I'm going to get a sip of water, and check in, relax. All right, let's come back up. We're going to come down to our bellies. Okay. Karate chop your hands out in front of you, thumbs up. Okay, and watch I'm lifting my neck up because I got to communicate, but try and keep your chin down a little bit. Okay, right arm up to the sky, left leg up. Okay, what are you feeling? That left glute, I hope. Come on back down. Left arm, right leg, inhale up. Feel the glute, the back of your leg. Exhale down. We're going to go back and forth. Inhale up. Right arm, left leg. Pause. Exhale down. Left arm, right leg. Inhale up. Exhale down. Right arm, left leg. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, left arm, right leg up. Exhale down. Okay, stack your palms. Relax your cheek down. Remember, I can't do it because I'm talking to you. Bend your knees and you can windshield wiper. Remember, the windshield wiper. This is a very slow movement. We're in a light rain situation. The reason why I say this is because I was finding myself in a habit of flopping. And you really want to be aware of just conscious of doing it nice and slow and how that moves stuff down there. And it feels good on that lower back. Okay. Arms down by your sides, palms facing up. Come into locust. So lift your arms up to the sky. Lift your collarbone up. And if you want to stay here, that's great. Or you can lift your thighs off the ground. And if you do that, notice if you're not breathing. Okay. You really want to breathe. Okay, you really want to breathe, but you also want to get that strength in the back body. Notice all the different muscles you use, from the triceps to the hamstrings, holding it up there, breathing, and then stack the other palm on top. See if you can rest the opposite cheek down. Doesn't that feel good when you melt down? Maybe bend your knees again and light rain windshield wiper. Just loosening up anything that's going on. Okay, bend the right knee. You can come up on your elbows, reach around, grab the left ankle, and press the ankle into the hand for a half bow. And just feel that nice stretch. Some of you I know are going into full bow. All good. Whatever you want to do, but I'm going to take it one step at a time, just so you can get that. You want to be able to do this standing, right? It does. It works. It works. You can always use a wall. And then let's just switch sides. Slowly, very slowly. And always notice, too, if one quadricep, it's interesting. And it's interesting, too, I find that the quadriceps, at least for me, get weak if I don't work them. They get weak really fast. So be aware of that. We want to keep those quads going so we can stand up. And if you want to go into full bow, that's cool too. If you want to experience that. All right. And then exhale down. And again, let's come back into child's pose. Just to stretch things out. What do we got? What time? Oh, good. I got some time. Just let it go. Maybe walk your hands over to your right, getting a nice side stretch on the left. And walking your hands over to the other side. And just notice getting your whole side stretch there. All right, let's do a little flow. So actually, let's come down on our left side. And I'm going to do this with my knees bent, okay? What you want to do, so you make sure the right elbow is underneath the shoulder, and you want your hips stacked, so you don't want to be leaning too forward, too far back, but really try and get that lift, that feeling. And you can have your left hand down in front. All right, so lift the hips up, okay? And then lift them down. Yeah, just lift the hips up, just the hips. You can, yep, there you go. And then come on down. Watch the right shoulder. Oh, yeah, okay. All right. And up and down, okay? So really slowly lift it up and down. And I kind of wonder if... We'll do those in a minute. All right. All right, and then come on up to a seated position since we're kind of already here. Okay? Bring your legs out into a nice V. Bring your fingertips behind you, doing a nice sitting up. And then reach your arms up, keeping your spine nice and elongated. Bring your hands down in front and just fold forward, feeling a nice stretch on those inner thighs. And it's not about getting your elbows down to the ground or anything. It's feeling just a nice little stretch on those inner thighs. I'll move back a little bit so you can see better. And then slowly come on up. Now we have to do the other side. So coming down on your left elbow, okay, if you can, and then stacking the hips. And now you have the knees bent, okay? And then you can have the right hand in front of you. Some of you may want to have the right hand up to the sky. Lift the hips up and come on back down. And it's just a very slow, it's not a very high movement, but just working that whole side and being aware, just like we were doing the tightrope, okay? Maybe one tightrope side wasn't working because you didn't have strong hips. We're kind of getting a stretch and a strength here. And then up, come on back down. All right, and let's just come back up to seated. Bring your legs out in front. Fingertips behind you. Some of you may want to come up into a kind of a reverse tabletop if that's in your practice. If not, keep your fingertips behind you so that you have the nice elongated spine. Flex your feet so that you feel this nice strong grounding with the back of your legs. And then inhale your arms up. Okay, and hinge forward at your hips. Okay, so you're not rounding. So you may only go couple inches. That's all right. Okay, because it's not about rounding the front back. It's about getting a good stretch in the hamstrings and the lower back. But also, most importantly, any forward fold is kind of a relaxation, calming down. It's a calming pose. All right, and then bring the soles of your feet together. Okay, and it's not about how close you can get your heels. You can butterfly your knees if you want to, kind of fly away, fly away. Again, with that spine elongated, fold forward. And again, we'll get a little bit of a different kind of groin stretch, inner thigh stretch. And it's not about going for the deepest. It's really not. It's about feeling that nice, soft, that, oh, it hurts so good type feeling. Right? It is. Yeah, who does that song? Yeah, let's not go to the 70s, shall we? Okay. All right, and then come on back up. All right, swinging around. Here, I'll come around this way so Kathy can see me. Soles of the feet to the floor, hands behind your knees, okay? And for those that kayak, you should be able to do this one, okay? So coming up into boat, so you can either bring your hands behind you if this is not working, bring one foot up, bring the other, and come into a boat. Good. So there are many different ways of doing this. You can bring your knees together, straighten out to make it a little bit more difficult. I love quivering. Well, quivering means your muscles are moving, you're working. So, and are you breathing? Okay. Are you rowing away here, right? Keep holding it there. Come on, we're gonna work this core, aren't we? All right, and then bring the soles of the feet down and just hug the knees. Okay. All right, let me come around this way again. All right, we're gonna slowly. This is the only time I'll say round your back from the lowest vertebrae up. We're gonna lower, all the way down. And you're using that core strength that you just invigorated, that you just got, to slowly lower yourself down, right? If you flop down, that's all right. You're going to work up to it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Doesn't this feel good? You know what? While we're down here, and I got a little bit of time, I do this. Bring your hands underneath your sacrum, okay? It's kind of like that diamond thing. Bring your legs up to the sky. Okay, so you're doing like an L shape. And then let's do one leg at a time. Bring the right leg down and let it hover over the earth. Just let it be there for a moment and then bring it back up. We'll just start with one leg at a time and then bring the left leg down. So now we're getting kind of that lower abdominal area and then bring it back up. Let's do the right leg down. Let it hover for a minute because you'll start feeling the engagement of your abs. Bring it back up. Left leg down. And then bring it back up. Okay, keep doing the one leg at a time if that's in your practice today. Some of you may bring both legs down. Let it hover just a little bit over the ground. Hold it there for a moment so it's a really long boat. And then slowly bring your legs back up to 90. One more time, bring it down. Feel that. It's like inner thighs are going, right? And then come on back up. One more time, bring it all the way down. Let it hover. Oh, yeah. And this is another thing that will help you with balance, right? The whole core. And then bring it back up. And then hug your knees into your chest. Oh, yeah. And just rock side to side. Just loosening up that lower back. All right. You know what I do? It's soles of feet to the floor. Okay, maybe we're going to come up into bridge. Maybe grab the sides of your mat. Maybe you'll really root your elbows into the ground with your fingertips facing the sky to do a robot. Whatever works for you. So really root those feet. Remember, we're bringing the toes up and the heels down. You want that down. Now lift the pelvis up to the sky and just hold it there. You're definitely using your glutes here. Definitely, definitely. And it doesn't matter how high up you get. You kind of want to get the shoulder blades down your back a little bit so that you're not really using your head or your neck, I should say, so much. Just hold it up there and keep breathing. It's also a nice big opener to the chest. And then from the top vertebrae down, slowly lower yourself all the way back down. And pause. Yep. Okay, bring your knees into your chest. You can rock side to side again. And then bring your feet back down to the floor. Bring your arms out to a T or cactus, it doesn't matter. And then drop your knees over to the right, keeping your shoulder blades on the floor. Feeling a nice stretch. And then come on back up over to the other side. Drop your knees over. And notice if one side is still a little bit tighter, or if you notice it's opened up. What a wonderful feeling. And then come on back up, and then just lengthen your legs and let them fall out. Bring your arms down sort of by your sides, palms facing up. And this is the time that you can move around and get comfortable. Okay, you want to be comfortable in Shavasana. You don't want anything like, it's kind of like when you get into bed at first. You really want to get into that perfect position to help you relax. But in this case, you're facing up because you're accepting all the good calmness and easefulness that can be brought into your whole body. And if you can, focus on the rise and fall of your breath as you notice your muscles, your skin, everything just melting and relaxing. It's quite natural. As a matter of fact, it's very natural for your mind to start going here, there, and everywhere. Gently wave to those thoughts in your mind and come back to your breath. Be present here with this breath and with this breath. Now, I recommend that you stay here for the rest of the day if you got the time. If not, you can start moving your fingers and toes. But always keep in mind that just focusing on the breath for just a few moments can maybe bring you a little bit of groundedness during your day. But move your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, roll over on your right side and just stay there for a moment. And again, enjoy that comforting side feeling, that groundedness. We don't want to rush back into our day. And then when you're ready, come on up into a seated position. Do you remember which foot was in front of the other if you were sitting cross-legged from the beginning of class? I'm still working on that one, okay? It's like, it's all these conscious things that you want to remember, okay? And then just taking a nice big inhale and exhale your mouth. So inhale in and exhale out. Maybe bring your hands into prayer. And inhale compassion to yourself. And exhale compassion to the world. Thanks for coming, Kathy, Edgar, Terry, everyone out there in Uxbridge. Namaste. See you soon. Thank you. And send me some text sometimes or chatting. I want to know you're out there, please. And there you go.